return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to throw, it's Fowler. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Now on second down. Looking to fire. Bought a little time, lets it go. Tight end finds a soft spot. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Bringing the heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession.
Man, those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again, and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Back to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Sargent. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. And the Cowboys will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Going to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Behind the chains now on second. They'll throw again after the incompletion. And they're not on the same page there.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Sends it downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And we've already seen this movie early in this football game, and he already has a touchdown, and they're seeking him again. And there's a reason. He can run, right? Like, he's one of their go-to guys on the outside, and you can tell they're trying to use him early and often in this offense.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a magnificent game there so far in Akron. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at InfoCision Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Cowboys will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Trying to set the tone with the run. Finding an escape route. Turning on the Jets. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big gain. I got to make sure I shut this down the next time they run it.
The Zips come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Might as well give it to him again. Spins away from the defender.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Touchdown, Akron! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense, to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. USF rose to the occasion when it needed to, and they'll be celebrating a solid victory there in Tampa. Week by week, you can feel the momentum building within that program.
Pocket breaking down.
Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Fowler. Here comes the heat. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You know, I'd be worried right now if I were this head coach. I've already had my starting quarterback knocked out of the game. I'm watching my backup quarterback now get ragdolled around as well. What can we do to protect him and give ourselves a chance to win this game?
They punt it away on 4th down. He takes it at the 45. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. Creates a little space. Past the 30. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And Obviously, this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead, and now when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed and so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions, it is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
On the ground, it's Gant. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Buys a little time with his feet. Touchdown, Zips! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The identity of this offense. Is their ability to run the football. They're doing that in this game. That's now 3 rushing touchdowns on the day.
Lining up for the PAT. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. From inside the 20, chance for great field position. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And when you're on defense and it's wet, it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it, there's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, the ground game. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. And the returner will be brought down. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. This one feels as if it's starting to get away from them a little bit, Jesse.
Yeah, Reese, there's a lot of teams in college football at this point that would just quit. So, David, we're going to find out a lot about this team right here.
Yeah, just running out of opportunities. You give opportunities away like this, you're trailing. Every possession is going to be important from here on in.
They'll run play action. Finds his tight end. Trying to tackle this guy's a business decision as he gets it up to the 29. And the Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. To the air, it's Fowler. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be a pass, right, guys? I mean, it's 3rd down. You're trailing by so many points right now, and the defense is just smelling blood in the water. They're like sharks out there right now, getting after the quarterback. They've been doing that all game, by the way, and that's a trend that looks like it's just simply going to continue.
Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this one.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. He'll pull it on the read. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Offense, you got to do a better job. There's got to be more sense of urgency protecting your backup quarterback. You've already lost your starter due to injury. Now that the backup's in, you know you're going to have to hold on for just that split second longer, and they weren't able to do it there.
Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Finley. Shoots it to the left. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. And the Zips decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And they'll down this one at about the 40. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Throws for the tight end, working that left side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. Got it done in the passing game on the last play, and let's see what they do on 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Cowboys have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. And the Cowboys come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sargent. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Guys, it's Akron holding the lead here so far. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
All right, offense, it's got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play, giving up the sack.
The Cowboys trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. He makes a catch. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Cowboys have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Wants to go up top. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, the defense, they're smelling blood in the water now. Of course, they've already knocked the starting quarterback out of this game, and now with the backup in, they're bringing more pressure. It almost looks like they're more excited to get after him. This is just a very excited, very emotional defense right now.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Just drives it between the uprights. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Rutgers. Care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Scarlet Knights that fired on all cylinders. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line. He got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. They go right back to him. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And he's brought down after a nice gain. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Give to the running back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Leaves it with the running back. Turning it on. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Well, obviously, this game has not been the best statistically of this guy's career so far, but the important thing is you win. And to do that, they need him to play really well here in the fourth quarter. They're going to keep giving him the football with the lead in this juncture, and this is where he needs to have his best runs of the game.
The Zips with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the air, it's Finley. Turns it loose. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Yeah, and he looked like he had the opportunity to secure that, obviously open over the middle of the field. But you know how that works. Middle of the field, more defenders. Am I going to get whacked when I hit this thing? It makes those guys think a little bit. You see more drops over the middle of the field.
But how about that? This team is way up in this game, and they're still taking shots in the fourth quarter. There is no let-up.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Makes the grab, he's got a first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the fourth quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Well, they were able to come out here week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it's caught from inside the 20, and here he comes. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. Wyoming takes over the football, and the Cowboy offense on its way out. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Power football with the run. Quick spin on the run. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarter.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
The Cowboys will call on their punt team. Hauls it in and looking upfield. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. They'll try the run. There he goes. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Curry. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. to Memorial Stadium and the sea of red in the heartland of Lincoln, Nebraska. An uncommon place and home to an uncommon program with a championship pedigree. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the MAC, the Akron Zips, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Zips will get us started with the opening kickoff. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Nebraska's offense will have the football first. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense comes out on the very first play of the game on the road, and they bring the energy, and they get the sack. They came into this one on fire, ready to go, and that is a statement early.
The Cornhuskers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Jumped on top of the pile.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Scanning the field, it's Raiola. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
Punt is in the air on fourth down. No fair catches here, looking for room. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Akron's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw man, so many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Lost a throw on first down. He's going to let it go. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Second down, he'll throw it. He's not afraid to go deep. Right through his hands. You just have to make that catch, and it'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks because the defense substitutes, they put faster guys on the field, and they've got all their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't.
Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
The Zips are on the move. Off play action on first down. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Akron.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the gun, the inside give. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. The handoff to Johnson. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking for a man. It's Raiola. Rushes on him. Catch in the middle. It's Hunter. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And the Huskers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. The Zips take over at Akron, ready to get that offense to work. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
Trying play action. Caught over the middle. It's Williams. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. To the air on first down. Lets it fly. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. And the Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. Running to Green. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Complete downfield. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Zips.
Man, this offense has started the season off so good. 1-0 a week ago, right? Now building on it again. Great job putting points on the board. It's still the first half, but this unit looks dialed in.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Dropping back, it's Raiola. Finds his big tight end.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Going to swing it on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. The Huskers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Well, he's off to an awesome start this season. Had a sack in their last game, gets his first sack right now. I think he has a chance to be a huge focal point in this defense moving forward, but let's just worry about what's happening now. This offense has to find a way to slow him down.
Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. They'll put the ball in play from just inside their own 40 at the 39. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Oh, he drops the football. He had it right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. Third and long coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way.
Going downfield for the big play. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Zips will try to pin them back with the punt. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. And they'll blow this one dead at the 20-yard line. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Breaks the tackle. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw. It's Raiola. Catch in the middle. It's Hunter. Able to make his way past the sticks for the first down, and the time is going to drain out here in the first quarter. At the end of the quarter, guys, it's Akron holding the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Keeps looking downfield. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And now on second down for this offense. Back to pass. Here's a heat. Finds his man. It's Johnson. He's knocked out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 44. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. First and 10. A run for the quarterback. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cornhuskers can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29. Just inside the 30 at the 29. It's first and 10. They'll give it to the back. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. To throw, it's Raiola. There's the pressure. Here comes the rush, and they've they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games this guy's notched a sack. Starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Key. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And the Huskers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Fires into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. They just keep firing. Under fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
Absolutely perfect. Now the lead is down to 11. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things, because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down. And the Zips send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you've just simply got to make them.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often, because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, it's Raiola. And the misconnection on third down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Huskers will punt it away on fourth down. Perhaps feeling that coverage coming, signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to go up top on first down. And they can't make the connection.
All right, that's a good result for the defense. We knew coming into this year they wanted to really improve their pass defense and their secondary and coverage. Nice job there.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Goodness gracious, if you blinked, you missed it. Horrible blocking up front. Defender gets in there so fast.
Did he line up in the backfield?
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. The Zips will line up to punt it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
The sure hands, it's Hunter. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Cornhuskers line up to punt it away. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Going over the top. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, give on the inside. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lincoln, but let's just go with notable. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Tigers will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's White. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Zips take over at Akron, ready to get that offense to work. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
And maybe they try to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another first down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet. Looking downfield on first down. Now improvising. Got a little space. And this is why a mobile quarterback is a defensive coordinator's worst nightmare. He has just been running wild all day. And the Zips have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Akron!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisville is getting taken to the cleaners today. We're talking heavy starch, on a hanger, and don't let the door hit you on the way out. They're trailing by 14 to James Madison. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. Fires to the tight end. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Johnson. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. They kick it away on 4th down. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
He tries to take the top off. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Bring in the heat. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
A big key for this offense coming into this game was getting this quarterback going, running the football. And with that last scramble, he's now over 100 yards rushing in this game, and he is not done yet.
Looking to the big tight end. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that
breaks into the open. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Zips. And the pummeling has started.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The extra point is blocked. That's a live ball. He can take it back for two. A very efficient five-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And this defense is just simply not playing around. They've got a big lead, and they're not playing big prevent coverages, bend, don't break. They're just going to let this offense dink and dunk the ball down the field and waste time. Third play of the drive, they get a sack. They're staying aggressive, and they're getting after this quarterback.
The Zips take over in Akron, ready to get that offense to work. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Got a man in the middle. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with a first down. The Zips come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
This is what's so hard as a defense, trying to stop this dual-threat quarterback, because on the previous play, he hurt you with his arm, and then on this one, he hurts you with his feet. They're going to have to do a better job of getting pressure on him, making him get rid of the football or go down with it, because his speed and his arm talent right now is a problem.
And the Zips are threatening on first and goal. He cannot get it in, a mere inches away from pay dirt. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the point after is good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll go with a direct snap. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy. The Huskers will send out the punt unit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Guys, it's Akron holding the lead here so far. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Right back to the well. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. It's a draw. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He gets a little bit of work done. He goes out of bounds at the 42. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. On the run, it's Gant. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Wideout trying to get it in. Almost in, but they'll say he didn't make it, inches away from the touchdown. Now it's 3rd and goal. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Akron! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The pull and throw off the RPO. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the 1st down. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Got his man downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Cornhuskers will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. Let's see what they've got on second down. They'll leave it with him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. And the Huskers are rolling down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. To the air on second down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Off play action. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Akron has it back, ready to send that offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. He'll do it himself. Turning it on. Picks up the first down. Pass to 10. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Using his legs at times. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield, it's Ives. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's key. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Might be looking to run. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, you know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Zips come to the line with a new set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Gantt. Finds a little space.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
And his throw is incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.